Alright, shalom, shalom, to Brother Kadash.
Shalom to Brother
I'm
Quanah.
going to start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Getting straight into it, we're going to go into Jacob's trouble. You know, it's just off the really top of the head. We're going to go into Jacob's trouble this camp because that's what's coming, right? So you know, right? And I'll be trolling the Edomite boys because I be telling their asses that they going to the Middle East. Get ready. Y'all worry about all this shit over here. Y'all asses is going shipped off to the Middle East, especially if you've been in the army before or you did some time in the army, you going first. Yep. And you're not going to be at a run because a lot of times with the Edomites, they family members all been in the army or they served, so they going to pressure you to going over there and fight for your country, man.
Yeah.
Mom, your dad, you need to go over there and do what's right. Your ass is going to the Middle East. And they just said that the U.S. just sent like a bunch of warships over there. They sending money over there. They sending submarines over there.
They say China just sent the warship over there too.
Yeah, so it's been a man
to help
Iran and Russia and them backed them up. So man, we praying that this is it. You know, wars and rumors of wars. We praying that this busted off because they saying that the Israelis only got like 300,000 soldiers, and they said most of them are reservists. So they said when they go in, and they said that they said that they actually did try to go in and they got their ass wiped out and then they pulled back out. So they said when they go into the Gaza Strip to fight Hamas, you know, that number gonna get depleted so quick, man. And especially if one of these other countries like Turkey or Iran or Syria, if they jump into the fight too, you know, them numbers gonna get depleted real quick. And what is that gonna cost? That's gonna cost what? That's gonna cause America to have to send soldiers over there, right? And America's already sending soldiers over there right now. So when America starts to get low on soldiers, what they gonna do? They have to mobilize and they gonna have a draft. And anybody 18 or older, first they gonna start off with anybody that has served in the military first. If you served in the military, you're going first. Okay. You might as well get ready.
Right. So now we know all the allied neighboring countries who helping each other. So Russia is allies with Iran and all of them, right? Yeah. So this is just this year, right? And I'm just bringing this number out just because I feel like it's good information. It says Russia armed forces have recruited 385,000 people just this year. 385,000. Now he just said that Israel was it Israel?
Yeah, Israel.
Israel only got 300,000 soldiers.
And most of those are reservists.
Right, so
they're just on the reserve.
Exactly. So
not active.
They just recruited more soldiers this year than the Israelis have altogether.
They said that Hamas got 2.2 million people, and most of those people are young people, so they can indoctrinate them to fighting for them. They got a long, hard, tough fight going right now. There's protests going on in New York and different places around the world right now that they want Israel to stop and not to go in and invade. Right now against the Israelis. Yeah. This about to get bad. China ain't even jumped in yet, man.
No, they focus on over there. They finna counterattack. They finna sneak attack Taiwan.
Yeah, and on the Philippines. They talking about taking over the Philippines. And then on top of that, like, ain't nobody even talking about Ukraine no more. They done with. They just completely done with. That's over with. Now it's gonna be hot in the Middle East right now. The Saudis came out, you know, they got all the money in the world. The Saudis came out and they causing for a ceasefire and telling the Israelis not to go in. If they get the Saudis to flip on them, on the Western world, and the Saudis go join Iran, Russia, and China, it's over with for the American dollar. Because where is they getting their oil from? Where they get the majority of their oil from the Saudis. That's why the Saudis so rich over there, because they selling all that oil to the Western world, man.
Yeah, because that's what they got. Like that's their landmass. Like that's what they landmass to take up. It's all of the oil.
That oil money. Yeah, and then who else? Iran. They big on that oil. That oil money, man. So the Arabs, or what we would call them, but Elon and Ishmael, you know what I mean? They got that oil money, man. That's why they so rich over there, and that's why they got so much power. If they shut down, you ain't getting no oil in here in America, man. It's over with.
Man, oil fuels majority of the heavy machinery that we see today, such as your cars, your trains, your planes. Yep. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna shut down a lot.
And then what's that gonna cost? What we bringing out today? Jacob's trouble is on the way, man. You women that wanna get online and talk about a dude can't take you to the Cheesecake Factory, you're gonna be begging that a dude could take you to the Cheesecake Factory when all hell breaks loose. Because all that's gonna be done. You ain't going to Ruth Chris no more. Saying a dude can't take you to the movies on the first date, all that bullshit, man. You dudes get on a line talking about one man supposed to be with one woman and not have no side pieces or nothing like that. But the 12 tribes of Israel was literally created from a man, Jacob, having 4 different wives. And that was ordained by the Lord and blessed by the Lord. And the babies that came from those marriages became the chosen people of the Lord. What the fuck is y'all talking about, man? Y'all finna have a hard time when Jacob's trouble come. And a lot of you dudes, a lot of those dudes is getting money and you just saying shit to please the people so you can continue getting their money. Those dudes ain't gonna last when that money start drying up. Look at One Body. You know, that money started drying up. Nigga had to switch the doctrine. He had to say, man, Esau ain't the white man. Had to switch the doctrine. That money drying up so they could allow them to come in the congregation and get that money done.
Yeah.
Shit's sick, man. We just be sitting back watching. We don't want to know nothing to do with none of you dudes, man. We just gonna see at the end.
That's it. That's all we can do.
Cause y'all some wild motherfuckers, man. Y'all some wild motherfuckers. Y'all adding to the word. Y'all taking away. I just made a video last night about adding to the word and taking away from the word. If you say, in the moment you say a man cannot have multiple wives, today you are now taking away from the word, taking away from the law, because it's in the law that we can. It's in the law that we can. You are putting your own spin on it because of your feelings and how you feel today is. That don't fucking matter how today is. When did it say, oh, well, you can have multiple wives, but in the year 2023, then you can't because that's a different time. When did it say that, man?
And this is another thing they try to do. They try to say, well, we're not living in those times no more.
That's that Christian shit.
Yeah, we're not living, that shit don't matter because it never changed. Like you gotta think, right? A lot of people gotta stop comparing, or they gotta stop looking at Esau's laws as God's laws. Because when you look at Esau laws, right? One of his in the amendments, the top amendment is the number one amendment. Amendment number 1, right, is to have a freedom of speech and a freedom of religion. And then when you look at the Lord's 10 commandments, the first commandment is, thou shalt not put no other God before me. So it's not the same thing. So God's ways, so like when we out here and we talking about, so when you read the book of Exodus, it gives you an example of how to deal with 2 wives. And if you have kids, by both of those wives.
Deuteronomy 21,
yeah, Deuteronomy, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's in the law. It's not the same. God's laws, God did not give Esau them amendment rights for us.
But they doing that because they want to switch it based off how they feel, how men feel.
Yeah.
Well, we don't feel like that's good.
They pleasing a woman.
And then they please a woman because that's who they get the majority of their money from.
Right.
Man, we can't wait till all hell to break loose, man. Jacob's trouble is coming because y'all still playing, man. Y'all still playing. Y'all adding from the word. Y'all taking away from the word. Man, it's coming. Let's go.
That's the top?
Yeah.
Verse 7. Jeremiah 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
It still said it was Jacob's trouble, so there's going to be trouble, but we know a remnant, which is called the elect, is going to be saved out of it.
Verse 9.
When this place go down, we go up.
But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
And when is that gonna happen, right? Well, it's gonna happen now, you know? But it says you're gonna save who the elect. That's why we doing this, so we can be a part of that elect that's gonna be saved, man. For the rest of y'all, man, y'all gonna be in trouble. Jacob's trouble. But it said, fear not. But what's gonna help you and sustain you during those days to fear not? If you know what's coming, man. If you've been in this truth, you know? If you've been disciplined, if you've been following the Lord, because you know the Lord's gonna be there for you. If you haven't, then you just ass out. And this proved that those people in the land are not the true Israelites. Because it said, when we get back to the land, nobody's going to trouble us. What did it say? Nobody's going to It says, I will save them out the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest. Are they in rest right now? No, they at war right now.
Come.
So that they can't be the people, man.
Can't be.
But when we get there, it's going to be rest for us. It's going to be everlasting paradise for us. I got this one, 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, so this is what we're doing right now. We're measuring the time diligently. We telling you, Jacob's trouble, that's what's up next. Right? It says, then should thou understand that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, which we've seen that, especially during 2020, and now we've seen that again right now with what's going on in the Middle East, uproars of people. Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And that's what we telling you. America had a beginning, and it's gonna have an end, and the end is coming. The end is coming. Russia, China, and Iran and them teaming up together, man. That's bad news for the Western world, especially America.
Yeah, that's why the Bible tells us to watch as well as pray. So what we doing is we keeping an eye out and we watching all of this prophecy unfold, and we watching all of these different nations teaming up, right? And all of these nations teaming up, and we watching this war, this world war shaping up. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what the Bible tells us when it talks about the whoa, 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 right? Which is what's that? Revelations 20.
Yeah, Revelations. I'm not sure if it's 20.
Yeah, when it tells us whoa, whoa, whoa.
10 or something.
Yeah, when it say whoa, 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 the behold, for the second woe is past, and the third one is coming not yet. Just roughly paraphrasing. So we seeing that third woe being shaped up, and that's the last war that this earth gonna go into.
But we watching, right? It says watch and measure the time diligently. But what are people doing? They just went to some party, some Halloween party. They celebrating the Day of Dead. They celebrating witches and witchcraft and sorcery and demons. That's what they celebrated yesterday.
Meanwhile,
they going to the party. They got costumes on. Look how Jake is, man. Jake is playing out here, man. And Jacob's trouble finna come, shit finna get bad out here, and they playing, they dressing up and shit like they 5 years old to go to the club. And then what happened? What always happened at the club and in the club? They get to fighting each other against each other. It's a fucking war that's going on in the Middle East right now, man. They sending American troops over there right now as we speak, man, to go die.
Yeah.
They said that one of those countries over there attacked a U.S. Embassy. And then the U.S. had to strike them back. They are at war right now, man. We over here putting on fucking costumes to go down to the club. It's cold as fuck. And we putting on costumes to go out to the club dressing up in strawberries and different fucking shit and Batman and shit like that. And Spider-Man. Like we little ass kids and little ass boys to go down to the club and then get the fighting at the end, fuck up the club, get all drunk. And it's finna be World War III, man. And they talking about sleeper cells here in America that's gonna be activated and start causing all type of shit going on. They talking about missiles coming over here. If America joins in, they gonna wipe. Iran talking about wiping America off the face of the earth.
Yeah, they definitely gonna do it. And I got some bad news for y'all. America is not exempt from the World War. It's not.
Man, Russia just deployed a weapon that could take out the whole Texas. They just deployed. They got that motherfucker on standby right now.
Just chilling.
It's active.
Right
just
now.
in case they gotta press the button. And y'all over here getting dressed in
and
cold weather.
Them supersonic missiles.
Shoot down.
You feel me? That's gonna get to their destination in 30 minutes tops.
You can't shoot them down. 30 minutes tops, they'd be over here. Y'all be on fire. Millions of people be wiped off the earth.
God damn.
You would be completely just dissolved.
Dust.
To nothing.
Ashes.
But y'all putting on costumes in the fucking cold to go down and celebrate demons.
Because they don't think that a war coming over here. They think that they just gonna sit up and they gonna watch the news and they gonna see how Israel was going over there and all of them different countries and what's happening and Ukraine, and they think America, we just safe. They just think that.
They gonna look up and then they gonna see ships off the border of LA off the border of Miami, and then they gonna say, and then it's gonna be on the news, and then they gonna get to talking about war over here in America. Then missiles gonna be getting dropped on different places, and then they gonna say, damn, they dropped the missiles in America. Then everybody gonna get scared, and that's Jacob's trouble. Everybody gonna get scared. Ain't nobody gonna know what to do because you was too busy partying. You ain't gonna know what's going on. You ain't gonna know what country it is that's fighting against y'all. Oh, and then as soon as they start having war over here on this land, because they was having war on Russian land. They was dropping missiles over there. Ukraine, they was dropping drones over there. You think Russia like, oh, y'all touched our land, we finna come touch y'all.
Yeah, and they know America was funding that.
And then guess what's gonna happen? They gonna mobilize, and guess what happened? Martial law.
Yeah.
FEMA camps. And they got to shut down all the cities. Oil prices going out the door. Food prices going out the door. All the stores gonna be cleared out. You only can get food and resources from them. Martial law. They come in block by block, get in this bus, and what are people gonna do? They gonna get on the bus because they gonna think that's their salvation. They gonna say, man, we don't know what's going on. Russia or
they safe.
Or the Arabs, they coming over here to hurt us or something like that. Or we need to go to Esau. They gonna get on those buses and go down to the FEMA camps. And you wanna know what Esau gonna do? His whole plan behind all these world wars is to depopulate the earth so you come with his new system. He gonna take you to the motherfucking FEMA camps, and it's gonna be slaughtering camps.
But the thing is what he forgetting is that this is that America is gonna be wiped out, so that system ain't never gonna exist because this place is gonna be a fucking a lake of fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we trying to tell y'all that I'm gonna get them.
Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready right now. It's coming, man. You ain't gonna know what's going on. You too busy partying. You too busy kicking it. You know what I mean? You too busy going on to the club looking for a demon, a woman that's gonna be out of control, that's gonna want to run you. And then the woman, you too busy going down to the club looking for a cute dude, rather than looking for a dude that got money or resources that you could build a family with, or even better, a man of the Lord. You too busy going out looking for the cutest dude that's in a Batman costume
That you can take pictures with.
That's who you basing who you create life with on this earth. You basing it off a dude that looks good in TikTok videos with you, that you can take pictures with. Ain't got a dime to his name, capping and lying about everything he got. But your whole focus is, are we gonna look good when we make a TikTok picture together? And that's what you choosing to make life with. And then you get mad because your kids grew up and they ain't shit. Well, that's the type of dude you chose. You should have chosen Kadash or Kodash. You know what I mean? But hey, in the midst of that, like we saying, then that goes back to the multiple wives thing, because Isaiah 4:1 says 7 women should take hold of one man. Because it's going to be that bad out here, and a lot of men are going to be wiped out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read it right here. This is 2nd Esdras. No, I'm going to read it on the next one. This is 2nd Esdras 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. So this is what we saying right now. Woe to the world, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. World War III, like the brother just said. Hey, that destruction draweth nigh. Get ready, man. Stop the games. It says one people should stand up to fight against another. We see that happening with all these different countries: Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Gaza Strip, Hamas. Right? It says, it's swords in their hands and weapons. For there should be sedition among men and evading one another. They should not regard their kings nor their prince nor their course of their actions should stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, because you're gonna have martial law. The city's gonna be shut down. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and Jacob's trouble, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their good because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Gonna have no pity on their neighbor. Going back to back.
This Revelation 8 and 13. It says, and I beheld and heard an angel. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the third angels which are yet to sound. So it's woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. We are the inhabitants of the earth. Now, why is it saying whoa, whoa, whoa? Because just like the brother was just breaking down, those nuclear missiles that they got sitting on standby, that's going to be used because they're not just sitting there for no reason. Who they gonna drop those? Who they gonna drop those on? They gonna drop those on the people.
Whoa.
When you look at the war in Yamasaki, if I said that right, in Japan, who did they drop that atomic bomb on?
Yep, the people. And they said it's like 60,000 people was erased from the earth in seconds.
It's exactly.
Dissolved. They had shadow people. If you were sitting down, your body got dissolved, but it left your ashes in the shadow of your body on the steps. You can go Google that.
So that's the woe that the angel is screaming aloud, letting us know, like, hey, look, this is coming. Because that's that third woe, that's what we facing right now. This is that third woe. We in that third woe. So right now, the angel is the spirit of the angel is flying over right now, letting us know, because preparing us. And how is it doing it? By the news broadcasting, is letting us know all the breakouts of these wars between these different countries.
Through the prophets.
And through the prophets, facts.
Through the prophets. We seeing that stuff when we coming out here prophesying, and we measuring the time diligently, man. Y'all talking about guns and fighting. Y'all want to fight after the club. Y'all ain't seen no motherfucking missile hit the city. And everybody on the block dead.
We gonna see that.
They going through that right now in the Gaza Strip. They said 500 people died, a missile hit a hospital, 500 people was dead. Y'all ain't see, that's a woe right there.
Fact.
That's some shit you see, motherfuckers hiding in this building, you in a FEMA camp, a missile hit that bitch, everybody in FEMA camp dead. You say, whoa!
500 people though.
You say, whoa! That's a whole high school class, that's a whole 12th grade class is finna graduate. 500 people.
You gotta think.
Dead.
Our county building holds 1,500 people, 1,200 people or something like that. So that's just like
hit that, everybody in there dead. Just imagine everybody in there dead.
So just imagine half of the county building being wiped out. That's crazy.
Whoa. Yeah. That's woe right there, bruh. And this is what they doing, because behind the scenes, Esau it's the Baker families that they don't even live in America. They control all these different countries. What they want to do is depopulate the earth. And they coming up with different wars and false flags so they could depopulate the earth, man. World War III, what's a better way to kill more people than going to war? And then they're going to get to sending y'all all over there to die and fight. That's going to chop down the numbers of the inhabitants of earth. That's why I said, woe to the inhabitants of earth. And then nukes going to get to drop. And the only problem with them is the Lord going to show back up. So while they trying to get their plan, it tells you this in Job, it says while they filling their belly and they creating a new world order, because that's why Israel really doing this. They want to wipe them out so they can take that land, because they want to get ready and try to build a new temple and all that stuff. The third temple. And they trying to have a kingdom and shit like that. Saudi Arabia, they already got a kingdom. You see what I'm saying? So what they trying to do is they got to put the numbers down, and then that's when they going to come with all the electric cars. Then that's when they go, and we see them showing them. And then they got a lot more that they gonna come with. And they gonna make everything electric. Then they gonna come with the chip. They gonna make everything digital currency. But they gotta get the numbers down first, because that system is not built for 7 billion people. This was on the Georgia Guidestones before they took it down. What they trying to do is bring the numbers of, it's too many people on earth. They trying to bring those numbers down, and then come with their new system. So they funding the wars behind the scenes, man. And they trying to wipe out billions of people. Who you think first on the list? Negroes,
Israel,
Latinos, the Israelites, man. They gonna take you to the FEMA camp
and
slaughter.
It tells you about that in Ezekiel.
So what's better, to bring the grid down and then let 90% of the people starve? Because you can't get food, you can't get water, and like I just read, gonna be killing each other. Matter of fact, this is 2nd Esdras, and then just let everybody fight like dogs in the cages over the little scraps that's left. And let you kill off, let you kill off each other, wipe each other out, and then they come at the end with their advanced technology and take back over. But the problem is, when they go to do that, the Lord gonna be coming down. Then they gonna have to fight against the Lord. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 33. Can you get that, Jeremiah 13?
Yep.
It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. So the young ladies, right, you a young lady in the city of Springfield, you're going to be mourning because you ain't going to have no man to take TikTok pictures and videos with. As a matter of fact, you ain't even going to be able to get on TikTok. The grid's going to come down. You ain't going to have no signal on your phone, no communication with nobody else. You're going to be out here. Your family going to die, then you're going to be out here. Like, y'all better go watch the Book of Eli. So I need to go watch one of those.
Every man must work out their own salvation. Yep. So you're not going to be able to, mom ain't going to be able to save you.
Nope.
Mom going to have to worry about saving her damn self.
Yep.
Dad gonna have to worry about saving his damn.
Y'all
self.
gonna be getting split up and shit. What you think Esau gonna do? He split families up. Just split the power up when you in a FEMA camp. You back in you back on the plantation. Because when you get to this FEMA camp and they feed you and giving you energy and shit like that, like heat and water and electricity because you at this FEMA camp, you're gonna have to work for it. You ain't just gonna be sitting there and they just giving you stuff, taking care of you. You gonna have to get up and go work and do what they want you to do.
Yeah, and a lot of y'all mentally weak, so y'all just gonna bend over and just let them fuck y'all like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be that's gonna be the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? And instead of having to get out here and grind and work for all you see it today in modern day times.
Yep.
You know, people leeching off people. You know what I'm saying? Not really wanting to get out here and get it
They
themselves.
not going to put a Judas Maccabees and retreat to the wilderness. They can't live in the wilderness with bears and foxes and coyotes and possums and raccoons. Man, hell no, they going straight down to wherever Esau got the FEMA camp at. Whatever city he got shut off, they going straight down there. And then he, like he said, y'all gonna be bending over just letting Esau fuck it. Y'all literally gonna be doing that too.
Yeah, come.
Y'all literally, it says the wife's gonna be ravished. So then you gonna be wishing you had a man of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That got the Lord protecting him during those times. Cause what you think Esau gonna be doing? So you still gonna be dealing with a dude that's gonna have multiple wives because Esau gonna be popping off y'all, man.
Y'all gonna think it's all sweet until you see somebody rebel inside one of them camps and they get their shit blown off.
And you see what happened.
Then that's when y'all gonna be like, oh shit, we stuck. Yeah, because once y'all get in there, ain't no getting out.
Yep.
Except by death.
How many movies have they been showing you to go watch The Walking Dead? They show you this, man.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 16, back in verse 33. The virgin should mourn having no bridegroom. The woman should mourn having no husband. So the woman, you ain't gonna have no husband. Y'all talking about y'all worry about if a man got one woman, one wife, or multiple wives. Y'all not gonna have husbands, period. Man.
Yeah.
So
see how independent y'all really is.
Right. So if you do find a man that got a couple wives with him, you ain't gonna be worried about him having a couple wives. You gonna go and be his wife too, like it says in Isaiah 4:1. Come on, stop the bullshit. It says their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. It says in the wars shall their bridegroom be destroyed. So what's gonna happen to all the men? They're gonna be destroyed in the wars because there's gonna be a draft. A lot of y'all men that y'all love so much, they getting shipped off. These niggas are simple, man. So when Esau come to the door, not. Anybody here, y'all seen the movie Pocahontas? Anybody here, 18 and older, and you in there with your man, and your man come to the door like, what's going on? Esau like, you gotta come with us. And you put him on a bus, and then he ship his ass to the Middle East, they gonna die over there. He gonna get drafted.
And they might already know that you in there because you know they already got all the household's information. They know.
Well, the problem is they ain't even gonna see it coming because
Yeah.
they don't know what's going on.
Right.
They too busy about putting costumes on and going down to the club. They ain't even gonna know it. They not even gonna know it's coming. We gonna know because we measuring the time diligently. We watching on our post. We being watched. We gonna know our Esau finna start doing draft runs and FEMA cap runs. You gotta bust the moves.
Yeah.
So you niggas gonna be in there. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was literally just gonna say what you already said.
You niggas gonna be in there with your feet up, worrying about what costume you gotta wear, or if it's around Christmas time, you gonna be in there getting presents underneath the tree. Esau gonna knock on the door. We need all the men 18 and older that's in here with big AR-15s on them.
Can't refuse.
With body armor at your door. We need every man 18 and older to come to the door. You gonna get up, your man gonna get up, you might have a son, he gonna get up, and he gonna say, you need to come with us. And that's gonna be your last time seeing him.
Right.
Now it's gonna be you and your daughter
Yeah.
at the crib waiting for him to come back. Y'all ain't never heard from him again. All hell break loose, grid go down, and then you gotta get to making some moves.
Yeah. I mean, because at the same time, it's gonna be martial law hitting the streets.
Yep.
So I mean, shit. Even if he do survive, he might not know where y'all at.
Yep.
They're gonna be wiping motherfuckers' whole history off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your name ain't even gonna exist no more. Like you just gonna be a John or a Jane Doe.
Yep.
Because you gonna be somewhere in a camp. You ain't gonna have no social. You ain't gonna have no ID.
You ain't gonna have no phone to get
You
on
ain't gonna have no phone.
Facebook and Facebook him and communicate and FaceTime and get on TikTok. You ain't gonna have none of that. And then in the wars on the streets, when the grid go down, man, it's gonna be gang wars. Look how y'all be fighting after the club every day. Every weekend y'all fight after the club. It's gotta be a fight.
That ain't nothing compared to what's coming.
So what you think gonna happen when Esau, when the grid goes down? When he do his sweeps, he take who he gonna take it to the FEMA camp. Whoever left in the city, you left there with no power, no electricity, no water, no sanitation. rats are running around, growing big rat populations because you ain't nobody
It's
killing
like
them.
prison.
Ain't nobody killing them.
Yeah, it's like prison because everything gonna move when Esau say.
Yep.
So y'all gonna be waiting for showers and shit because you gotta think they gonna have all the necessities that we need. Running water, hot water, food, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have all that shit. That's why they got them bunkers and shit built. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit got electricity in there. I was just watching a thing on YouTube. They got bunkers. They got underground bunkers that got, it's like small cities inside them.
Yeah.
They got gyms. They got hospitals. They got stores already in place.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to work. You ain't getting that shit for free.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have all the resources that we got right now, and then when it's all get taken away, they gonna still be the only ones with them. So a lot of people gonna be willing to just bend over and just bow down to them and go to where they think it's gonna be safe haven.
But they gonna be giving you all type of different, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
jump shots. They gonna be doing all type of experiments on you, and then the undesirables, the ones that really ain't really good at nothing, you ain't really bringing nothing to the table to help
Kinda
them.
sick.
They gonna be getting rid of you, disposing you.
Disabled and you
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
They're gonna be disposing, and that's if you go to the FEMA camp. But if you don't make it to the FEMA camp, you still not off the clear,
Yeah,
because then you just gonna be left out here.
cold, no
Like
food,
I said,
no water.
You're gonna be seeing dead bodies laying on the street. That's gonna cause diseases. Rats are going to grow. The rat population gonna explode because there ain't gonna be nothing to check to kill them. Vultures, possums, raccoons. Then the city's gonna be. Y'all see I Am Legend? It's gonna be mountain lions running through the city and shit like that. Bears running through the cities.
Yeah.
Coyotes running through the cities.
We just had a saber-tooth, if I'm not mistaken, we just had a saber-tooth tiger or a saber-tooth lion running around Springfield a couple months ago. You remember that?
Get it? No, they just had another one like a week ago in Decatur.
Yeah.
Some type of big cat. So they already coming, they showing up.
Yeah.
Now if ain't nobody to catch them, you see how everybody gets scared, I don't want to run into it. Or don't go out west. They said the last time they seen it was all west.
Right.
Now imagine you ain't got no communication, then they just get to run rapid. Ain't nothing in check. Killing them. Y'all think I Am Legend, man?
Motherfuckers gonna be getting eaten alive.
And you just out here, you don't know where to get no food from, because all the food's spoiled, so you eat it, you gonna die. You gonna get worms in your stomach.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no electricity, so you ain't got no heat or AC. The cars, all the gas stations gonna be empty. So now everywhere you gotta go, you gotta walk.
It's not gonna be safe, and it's not gonna be safe to just live in your house, to stay in your house with the doors locked.
Cause somebody gonna bust in that bitch.
Like,
We just
in
ready.
there.
You can't just walk down the street. You might have a sniper on the roof, sniping your ass, finna kill you and try to take what's in your book bag.
Yeah, because there's gonna be wicked motherfuckers out here who really love this shit, who gonna love them type of conditions, and it's gonna be like they playground.
The Call of Duty.
Yeah, facts. It's gonna be like they playground. Because you gotta think, all of them guns, all these gun stores, motherfuckers gonna be in there running, getting them guns, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna be doing whatever they wanna do. It's gonna be lawless.
Motherfuckers gonna have, y'all worry about a man having multiple wives. Man, Esau gonna have 5 of y'all locked up in the basement somewhere. Coming down there feeding y'all little by little, popping y'all. Y'all all gonna be his wives. Ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it, man. Go watch that movie, Greenland. When they had the missile, not missiles, they had nuclear, not nuclear missiles, they had asteroids or meteors that was finna come and destroy the earth. Motherfuckers got the bugging. Motherfuckers was at their neighbor's house, had their neighbors lined up. Yeah. I always wanted to kill these motherfuckers.
Taking everything, spoiling all their goods. It's like the Bible talks about.
Ravishing women, taking young ladies and young girls. Yeah, man, these Edomites sick, man. They gonna show their true nature. Let me get through. It says, the women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because they ain't got no food to feed themselves, man. Or if they did try to go get some food, and if they did try to go get some food, they got killed trying to do it. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. So we hear these and we understand it, and then we bring it to y'all. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake, the false gods. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And even bigger than this, the Lord is going to be bringing these plagues to punish us. Now I'm going to jump to verse 68. It says, for behold, a burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. This is where the FEMA camps come in. A burning wrath of it's going to be a great army, military, FBI. They're going to be at your doors. They're going to be going door by door.
Right.
They're going to be kindled over you, bringing you on a bus, man. Now watch this. And they shall take away certain of you. How they going to take away certain of you? Are they going? Are y'all all going to hold hands in a single file line and walk one by one to the FEMA camp? They put you on buses.
Yeah. They're taking motherfuckers against their will.
It says, look, I'll read it again. A burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. They shall take away certain of you. So some of us ain't gonna get the ones that's off guard, the ones that don't see it coming, the ones that's playing game, the ones that don't want to take heed. Right? It says they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle. What's being idle? You can't move, you can't go nowhere, you can't do nothing. You being idle, you in a prison.
Yeah.
It says with things offered to idols. And what's going to happen? And you is going to eat things offered to idols. A lot of y'all, because y'all don't believe in the dietary law and y'all don't believe in dying for it. So when Esau gets you to these places, he going to have all the steak. It's going to go back to slavery days.
Yeah.
He going to have all the steak. And what he going to be feeding them? Pork. You going to be eating hot dogs and pork and shit at these FEMA camps, man.
For real.
The undesirable food you're going to be eating, and then the Edomites that's running them going to be eating all the good shit, man. It says, and they that consent unto them should be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Because the ones of you that consent to them and say, yes, Esau, I'm gonna follow you, I'm gonna take the sea hip, I'm gonna take the jump shot, I just want some food and shelter and water. You're gonna really be had in derision because you're gonna find out that it's really a prison. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next city, so in all the cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men. You ever seen the movie Mad Max? They should be like mad men, sparing none. They ain't gonna be sparing none. They gonna be coming through the streets. You don't want to go? Boom. Put one in your head.
Shit. Kids and everything.
Yep. It says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods. You got a stockpile of goods and medicine and food in your house, and you think you're gonna survive at your house. Yeah. Esau will come in there, kill you, and take your food, and take you down to the FEMA camp, and cast them out their houses. Look, they coming in, boom, take you, drag the body out the house, go down to your basement, take all your water you got stored up, all your canned goods you got stored up. This is in the Bible, man. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. When you put gold in the fire, it gets super hot. It gets hot in the kitchen. Jacob's trouble is going to get hot over here. And then the Lord going to make it manifest who his chosen people is, because that's going to be the people that's going to be getting saved, that's going to be getting favored by the Lord.
This Jeremiah 13, verse 7. Then I went to Euphrates and digged and took the grip and took the girdle.
No, not Jeremiah 30. Zechariah.
Oh, 13. Oh, okay. My bad. I misheard you.
We done with Jeremiah.
Zechariah 13.
But that's what's coming, man. We just read it. He said it's going to be cast out your house. They're going to take your goods. They're going to take away some of you and put you in prisons. It tells you down in Revelations. I believe that's chapter 3. It says, behold, they should take away some of you, and, roughly paraphrase, and put you in prisons.
Yeah. This Zechariah 13, verse 7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow.
That's what's coming, that sword.
Saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little.
So your leaders, they gonna smite them. Your church leaders, the Lord gonna smite them, man, and take them out. And then what's that gonna call? The congregation is gonna be scattered, man, bugged out. You got it.
Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
What y'all thought this was? 2/3 of the Israelites, so-called black people, Latino people, Native American people in America, 2/3 are gonna die. So if there's 100 million of us all together, then what's that? 66 million is going to die.
That's a lot.
Then there's 70 million gonna die. And why y'all gonna die? Because y'all not taking heed. Y'all ain't gonna listen to the prophets. Because that's how the Lord gonna speak to you through the prophets. Y'all
always did it.
Y'all didn't want to get ready. Y'all thought it was a game. Y'all wanted to trust in Esau and put y'all trust in Esau rather than the Lord.
Worship
it's gonna
that
be
money.
a slaughter. Worship that money. Yep. Because a lot of these dudes gonna sell out for that money.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
Yep, and that's gonna happen to the elect. What you think gonna happen when some of these camp leaders, right? Let's just say you take your big camp leader, right? One of the biggest camps of Israel. Then you take the leaders and Esau get with him and say, look, man, I'm gonna kill your whole family. I'm gonna kill you. But he got his congregation somewhere hiding, like in some tunnels underground. And he's like, tell me where they at. A lot of these dudes gonna fold. Or he might do what they did in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 with the 7 brothers, the last brother. Esau might say, look, man, we got this FEMA camp down here. Your family gonna be safe. We finna bring the grid back up. We gonna promise you a spot in our new kingdom that we finna build when we get our world order. We gonna give you $1 billion on your chip to start. All you gotta do is tell us where your congregation is hiding. And if some of them, they gonna fight it for a little bit. Esau gonna come back in the room. He gonna get the torturing them, and then eventually they gonna say they hiding in the runaway railroad. That's where they at. then y'all gonna see troops coming out. Like, how the fuck they find out where we at? Your camp leader done gave you up, man. He sold out. This is what was happening to the Native Americans, man, when they were fighting against Esau. You had traders that was selling out and giving up all the people.
Yeah. I was just talking about this with my girl last night. Like, where that shit came from. You know?
That shit's scary. I wouldn't want to be around no big congregation like that when all hell breaks loose. Because the leader's going to give y'all up, man. Because Esau, he's just going to go for the head, whoever the leader of the camp is.
Make an example out of him. And then, you know what I mean? You can make an example out of him, or he just have him fold.
Just have them fold. Either way, whatever it takes to get it done. And they doing it for money already, and they getting all that money already. What you think gonna happen when Esau offered them billions of dollars? They over there hiding in the Underground Railroad. This is Esther chapter 3. This is my last one, verse 8. And Haman said to King Osiris, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all the people. Right? So this is talking about the actual Israelites that follow the Lord. Neither keep they the king's law. So we follow the Lord's law. Watch this. It says, therefore it is not for the king profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to whom? To the sellout niggas.
Right.
To the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury. So he said, look, I'm going to pay 10,000 shekels of silver or whatever he said to the people that's going to go and destroy these people. Because they not following the king, they following the law, the Lord's law. So not only the 2/3 that's bugged out going to get put to death, they coming for the 1/3 too. That's why it says the 1/3, the Lord said he should bring them through the fire.
Yeah.
Meaning you're going to have to go through all hell to make it. We're going to leave it right there. We're going to give all praises to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.